Hey guys, how you doing? It's Kerry Sullivan here with the Triathlon Summit, and I have a question today from Don Flake. And Don Flake wants to know about tapering. He's got a half Ironman coming up in August, and he's been told that he should do about a 6-week taper, and he just wanted my advice on the taper. Here is what I will tell you on the taper, what I do that works for me and the athletes I coach. And this is all information that I've gathered from various studies out there and I've put together. So basically, the first thing is you want to cut back your volume 2 to 4 weeks out. That's what I would tell you versus 6 weeks out. That in general has been shown to be the best. From there, you also want to take your volume. You want to cut that back anywhere from 40 to 60% overall. So you're training 14 hours a week, something like that. You want to cut your volume down to around 7 hours, give or take an hour. So that would be an example of that. On top of that, so you're going to do your last long run, last really long bike about 2 to 4 weeks out from your race. From there though, what I do suggest is you actually take your intensity and you increase that in your workouts, doing intervals. So examples of that would be doing some high-end threshold work, or just breaking into your VO2 max zones in terms of if you're working with the power meter on your bike or you're working with heart rate. I'm not sure if you're working with either of those, but those would be examples of doing that. And obviously, with the higher end workouts, you're also going to need more recovery time because they're more intense, but you're going to be getting that because you're going to be cutting your volume down 40 to 60%. And then in terms of frequency of your workouts, it's important to keep the same frequency with your workouts. One of the things you definitely want to do is, if you're running 5 days a week, keep running 5 days a week. It's going to help to keep that sharpness, keep that neuromuscular memory in there for sure. So that's what I would tell you on that. The thing with tapering is like with anything throughout the whole year, you're going to have times when one level of your fitness is going to be higher than the rest. It's hard to, it basically can't happen that you're across all levels your fitness is at 100%. So what I mean by that is when you're in an area where you're doing a lot of endurance work, you're in the beginning of the year doing a lot of base work, doing those really long rides, really long runs, your base fitness, your endurance fitness is going to be really high, but your top end speed, that's not going to be at its peak. So it's always a give or take, and that's kind of what happens when you start tapering down for a race. So that's why I say 2 to 4 weeks. You can pretty much maintain that endurance that you have in there, but then you can start throwing in that top end, high end threshold work, and you can really start developing that top end race speed and start feeling really sharp. It's something that's worked really well for me racing and the people I coach. Hopefully that works for you, and keep your questions coming, guys, and I'll get to them the best I can. Thanks.